My efforts to bring peace and democracy would finally bear fruit. Today, we are almost there.
But even as he spoke, there were growing threats to April's polls from the Inkatha Freedom Party, whose leader, Mangosuthu Buthelezi, repeated a call to members to reject the elections and take up arms if necessary.
What I'm calling for is the courage to enter politics of resistance.
And in Pretoria, a rally of thousands of right-wing Afrikaners demanding their own state in the new South Africa, when their moderate leader, General Constant Viljoen, even suggested taking part in the elections, he was shouted down. The militant extremist Eugene Terreblanche hijacked the proceedings, advocating violence now to seize their state, free of black rule. The defiant stand by the right wing in Inkatha is designed to put pressure on the government in advance of last-ditch negotiations on Monday. The next 48 hours will determine the extent to which South Africa's historic elections will be marred by boycotts, disruption and violence. Mark Austin, ITN, Pretoria.
Threatening to use force to create a white homeland. At a conference today, they shouted down the leader of the Afrikaner People's Front, Constant Viljoen, who supports the continuation of negotiations with the government.
The cry is for war. Right-wing extremists insist now is the time to use force to secure Afrikaner self-government. When General Viljoen spoke of contesting April's elections, they mocked him. The general is being outflanked. His wife's tears testified to that. The hero was the militant Eugene Terreblanche, whose supporters virtually hijacked this meeting. To thunderous applause, he promised his people a Boer republic.
They have to give it to us. They can never govern this country without the support of the Afrikaner nation and the other nations like the Zulus. They are living in a fool's paradise.
On a second front, Chief Buthelezi said that under the present constitution, his Zulu-based Inkatha Freedom Party should opt for the politics of resistance in pursuit of self-determination for KwaZulu.
I do not see how we can enter elections under the provisions of this interim constitution.
The ANC, meanwhile, unveiled their election manifesto. Nelson Mandela spoke of uniting South Africans, but with striking understatement, he said nothing could be taken for granted.
Well, that is the greatest danger facing us, the one of complacency.
South Africa is nudging uneasily towards democracy. John Harrison, BBC News, Johannesburg.